What up, people? This is Bunjo. I just want to say, remember to buy your t-shirts off Thisisbunjo.com. Look at this long sleeve freaking hitter I got. It's a beauty. Plus I got this one with me and Kraken. And there's 15 other different colorways and different styles. Go to teespring.com/thisisbunjo and you can get a pick from your choice of t-shirts, basically. Now let's get into the video. So this video is about the whole drama that's surrounding the GOAT, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and I guess Benzino's coming back from the dead. He got the nails out of the coffin after Eminem nailed it shut back in the day. Benzino's a zombie all day, baby. Yeah, so it's kind of weird that like a lot of people have chimed in, obviously. Like Crooked Eye said that it's this between him and Eminem and Snoop. This beef would be more than a couple diss songs. It would segregate and divide the blacks from the whites in hip hop. Well, I think it'll just show you who the true colors are, because a lot of people will throw this in Eminem's face, like Snoop Dogg does, like Benzino does, like Dave Mays does, like a lot of people that are jealous of Eminem. They'll say, oh, he's only popular because he's white. Well, if you think about it, Rod Digga even admitted on whatever Lord Jamar's podcast is, because Eminem used to be in a group called Outsiders with Rod Digga. They're all from New Jersey. And she admits that they used to have to fight all the time because Eminem had struggles about being white and coming into the black culture rapping. So he always had to prove himself. And to this day, he's still got to prove himself. There's no difference. So everybody with this narrative about, oh, he's only successful because he's white. He's only put on this pedestal because he's white. Well, he's only put on the other pedestal because he's white also. So it works both ways. So it's just like saying, you don't know why to be a good rapper, it doesn't matter if you have lyrics, bars, or whatever. You got to have the sound. You got to have everything's got to hit. The timing has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. So what this video is actually about is that it's causing a racial divide that was already there, whether you like it or not. Because everybody refers to M as the white boy, or the white hope, the great white hope, like Snoop Dogg says in his 2006 interview when they're asking him about the Bitch Please song, right? He's like, oh, he starts mimicking Eminem. He's like, I'm not on that. I'm a gangster. I listen to gangster music, you know? I'm not on the Eminem shit, that Stan shit about, dear Stan, I got it. You know, he's basically saying it's for white people or whatever the case. I'm like, so you got to be a gangster 24/7. You can't admire a piece of art. Like, arguably, Stan is one of the greatest pieces of art musically ever created. Like, that song, it doesn't matter. You know, you can relate to it. Anybody can. You don't have to, like, just because you don't have a crazy fan coming at you like that. Nobody does. Only Eminem does. But you have like an ex-girlfriend maybe, or you're that person. You're Stan with your ex-girlfriend. So you can relate to great art. You know what I mean? So I don't get what he's saying. Like, so in the 2006 interview, he's making fun of him. And he's basically saying the same thing, like, Eminem's not good, da-da-da-da-da. And so this recently came up again when he's on the Breakfast Club. So he's on the Breakfast Club, and they ask him what he thinks of Eminem. He's like, he's not in my top 10. He's like, shall I go on? And he's naming better rappers than Eminem. He's like, shall I go on? You know what I mean? And it's like, and then he says, so he says at the end of that, he's not in his top 10 because there's so many rappers that came before him that are better in his opinion, which is fine. Nobody has to like Eminem. It's just like me. I don't like Nas. I don't listen to Nas. But I understand he's one of the best. You know what I mean? He's one of the best writers. He's one of the best, he's one of the best artists. Hands down. You can't take that away from him. Just because I don't like listening to him doesn't mean anything, right? So I get what he's saying, but then he says this at the end. Eminem shit, that's music I can live without. Basically saying, this shit's garbage. So if I just mentioned that 2006 interview that came around, right? So this 2006 interview, you can Google all this and YouTube all of this. It's all documented, all this stuff I'm saying, so it's facts. It's not made up, okay? And so basically this thing that he said this year, well, 2020, on the Breakfast Club, is the same thing he regurgitated from 2006. And so there's this new app called Clubhouse, and Royce the 5'9", Noriega, you know, Nore, from Drink Champs, Joe Budden, Dave Mays, Daz Dillinger, all these guys were on there, right? And Daz shed some light on this, and you can go to YouTube and like I'll actually play a couple of the clips at the end of the video so you can watch it, right? He says it all stemmed from Snoop Dogg asking Eminem for a feature back then, huh? So they asked for a feature, you know, after they did the whole Bitch Please and Bitch Please 2 song, you know, Bitch Please, you better get on your knees, you know? Oh no, big Snoop Dogg, 80-pound balls, dick 6-inch long, back up in the easy baby, he's shady, he's so crazy, you know that song? And so Daz says that after that song, Snoop asked Eminem for a feature. And so Snoop Dogg's feeling like, I'm Snoop Dogg, I should get this out of my head. Eminem's underneath me at this point, right? You know what I mean? He came first, he's a legend, and they're in the same camp, so why shouldn't he get a feature? And so I guess Eminem didn't probably get it, but his manager, Paul Rosenberg, you know, the guy that's always on the phone like, hey, Slim, you can't say this, you know, on his skits. You can't say this shit's too crazy, are you out of your mind? You know, this guy. And so he just said straight up, no, he can't do it. Maybe he didn't have time, but Eminem probably didn't know, right? Because this whole time Eminem thinks they're cool. But if you look at the song, I Need a Doctor, where Eminem is singing to Dr. Dre about thank you for saving my life, as Dr. Dre's lifeless on the table, right? Thank you for saving my life. I need you, you know? We need you to live, come back, pull through this coma, as he's laying in a coma. We need you in this, we need this, right? And he's like, I owe everything. Everybody was against me except for you. You gave me the chance. And he's like, everybody. He reiterates everybody, and he puts it in capitals, like everybody was against this. And so, boom, after the chorus, Dr. Dre comes out of his coma. He's like, I took a chance on you, Em, and you saved my life just like I saved yours. We needed each other to become superstars, basically. He's like, and everybody didn't have my back. Everybody was racist against me signing you because they said, don't take a chance on the white boy. So basically that song right there is showing that everybody, that means Snoop Dogg, everybody that was rocking with Dre told him not to sign Eminem at that time because he's white, and at that time white people had no respect in the game. And it's true, it's facts. What do you have, Vanilla Ice or something? I don't even know. Well, the only people that were good were Beastie Boys, probably. And yeah, we're probably the Beastie Boys. So basically he brings up, so that's like a whole thing. And I don't know if, and so that was the whole thing. Like there's always been this thing of that nobody respected him because he's white, and everybody says like, oh, Eminem only was Eminem because of Dre, which is true, but Dre rejuvenated his career because of Eminem. And that's a fact. Eminem at 50. And Dre didn't want 50. Eminem wanted 50. So they all need each other in a way, right? And you gotta admit that. So if you listen to this Kid Cudi song called something about Moon Man, you know? With Eminem, it's on his new CD, Kid Cudi's new CD. It's a dope song. So Eminem says something like, yeah, so if you go listen to the Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady, it's off Kid Cudi's new CD. And he says, and Eminem says these lyrics, Snoop, D-O-double, that's 2 G's, yep. I probably spent paper, ooh-wee, since Tuesday. Probably killed a few trees, yeah. But the only ones I smoke are those loose leaves. Not high, but I'm your highness, meaning he's your highness, like he's above him. And secretly, you're on my dick. So to me, it sounds like he already knew that Snoop was on his dick. But you haters are butthurt, ow. Bunch of sore high ends. I was just a poor white kid. Now if rap was b-ball, I'd be Jordan-like, bitch. You wish you could score like this, nah. Not even at half court I'd miss. I'm mouthwash. Cause if I was fluoride swish. I cannot lie. You were in my top 5 worst rappers of all time. I lost my spot. Y'all got Alzheimer's. You know? So he's making fun of these guys. I don't know, maybe. King of rap. Nah, their words, not mine. So in that song, to me, I can see maybe that's why Snoop's bringing this up again. Because it sounds like he's taking shots at Snoop hardcore, right? But I think he's giving him praise in a weird way. But, so then, in this song Zeus, he says something like, what did he say? Zeus lyrics. He says something, I'm not gonna look it up. He says something like, Snoop Dogg, why you dogging me? Or something like this, right? And on his new song, the B-side of Music to Be Murdered By. And he's like, Snoop Dogg, why you dogging me? Because he's upset that they're in the same team, and he's dogging him, saying that interview that was on the Breakfast Club. He's responding to this now. So he's responding to the interview in the song Zeus, with saying, why you dogging me, bro? You were like a god to me. Not likely, you know what I mean? So he kind of threw a light jab at him, just like brushed his little fucking sparring glove, you know what I mean? Shout out to Pan. And yeah, so it wasn't heavy. And then he comes on to do a Zane Lowe interview, and he's like, I was taken by surprise. And a little bit of me doesn't believe that Eminem was taken by surprise, because he doesn't, because all this stuff that I'm saying leads up to this interview, and it feels like it's I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know. It's weird, right? It feels like they always had this little thing between them. But if you ask Royce the 5'9" that, they say that Snoop Dogg and all that were all friends. And maybe they are. Maybe it's just a friendly thing. But as far as it bringing separating the racists, or the races, yeah, like whites and blacks, separate it and see who supports who, I think it's gonna bring out who's real and who's fake. I think it's good for the game. Everybody needs to know who you rocking with. Are you rocking with the person that's gonna win, or are you just rocking with him because he's black or white? You know what I mean? And so let's get to this Benzino thing. So Benzino, if you listen back in the day, I'm talking back in the day, you look up the Invasion mixtapes, man, with DJ Green Lantern, you know what I mean? I'll put another nail in a coffin, or go to sleep, bitch, die, motherfucker, die, time's up, bitch, close your eyes, go to sleep, bitch. You know that? I'm nervous on purpose, you know? You gotta listen to those songs. Those are, when they're going heavy at Ja Rule, Murder Inc., Benzino, Benzetta, you know what I mean? I'd never claim to be no fake, no Ray Benzino, a 80-year-old fake Pacino. So how could you hold, you know, I don't know the lyrics now. It's years ago. But yeah, that was legendary. That, like, DJ Green Lantern he had to quit. He was the DJ for Eminem, and he quit because there aren't too many beefs and there's always fights and too dangerous on tour, right? So he quit, and that's why they got Alchemist and stuff. But yeah, so we all thought Ray Benzino was dead, right? And all of a sudden Ray Benzino comes out with this D'Angelo-like song, and he's like naked, like, you know what I mean, dancing in the rain, and like he's doing all these weird gay dance moves, and he looks like a fucked up potato, you know, a mutant potato. He's like, yeah, he has no neck and shit, this Benzino guy. Terrible guy. Shitty. He used to own the Source magazine. So the Source used to be this reputable magazine that used to give out these ratings to people's albums. And they never gave Eminem his props. So that's how all this it happened, because Eminem didn't say what's up or want to be a feature or something on Ray Benzino's shit. And Benzino got mad, so they put this whole white and black thing together. It's really wild, right? And it's sad. And so Ray Benzino's a joke. Nobody knows one song by this guy, but he gives himself a 4.5 mics out of 5 mics. That's like the best, you know. If you listen to him, he's like Biggie, Jigger, Nas, or Benzino, because that's who only gets 4.5s, right? 5. If you get a 5 mic, you're Biggie and Pac. If you get a 4.5, you're Biggie J or Nas or something like that. And Benzino, you know? It's all in Eminem songs. You just go Google all that Benzino disses by Eminem, and there's a whole catalog of them, and they're all fucking super dope. Go to Sleep is my favorite one. So basically, this guy comes back alive, and he's still upset about Eminem being famous and shit, and it's disgusting because he's on Instagram Live and shit, saying, you cracker, you fucking crackers, you stans are weirdos, you guys are just a bunch of crackers. Meanwhile, everybody that does reaction videos to Eminem on YouTube, guess what they are? They're black. Oh my God. And everybody goes on Eminem like this. So not only are all the reaction videos of black people doing it, and the narrative is Eminem has no black people, nobody listens to him in the hood. Just famous white people, right? I mean, just white people make him famous. So if you look at it, and then they say something like this, oh, he doesn't go up, he only goes against bozos like MGK, Ja Rule, Benzino, these kind of guys, Cannabis, guys that don't count, I guess. Or pop stars, right? So it's like this. Yeah, so he only goes against pop stars and stuff, so it doesn't count, they say, right? So it's like, but if you look at it like this, all your Black Thoughts, your Mos Defs, your all these kind of guys, Jay-Z's, your Lil Waynes, your Royce the 5'9s, all your reputable lyricists, Nas's, all these guys, Rakim, you know, all the good guys, all the legends. Well, say Eminem's a dope lyricist and they don't want that smoke. Look at Game, when he had beef with Dr. Dre and 50 at the time, but then I think him and Dr. Dre rekindled fast. And then later on, 50 and Game, I guess, have no problem now. But at the time, he did an interview. He's like, you don't want no smoke with the white boy. He's like, I'll say whatever I want to the other guys, but I ain't saying shit to the white boy, even if he says something to me. So it just shows you, like, the people that are lyricists respect him too much to do something stupid like that. You understand? So it's like, when I hear this fake narrative of all this shit, like, it's like, oh, he's a racist, he's only big because he's white. Like, dude, he's big because he's a lyricist, he's a lyrical genius, and he kills people. And that's a fact. Now it's like the cool thing to do is to hate on Eminem for no reason. Oh, he's corny. Oh, nobody likes Eminem. Well, if you look at a Spotify streaming thing, he is he is like top 10 still. And he's 48, he's almost 50. So I mean, damn, bro. That's all I'm saying. So this Benzino guy gets arrested. Gets his kids taken away on Christmas because his wife's mad at him that he's putting all this stupid racist stuff against white people. He's calling them crackers, and he's like, I don't care about no white people anyways. And when the white cops come to arrest him, there's a white cop and a black cop. He's like, I ain't talking to that girl. I don't want to talk to her because she's white. And so I'm like, so with this double standard of black rappers, you hear it all the time. They all say honky, they all say cracker, they all say fucking mayonnaise boys, whatever, right? And it's like, but if you say something back, you get canceled. You're the guy that's bad. So it's like this. Racism goes both ways, and it's disgusting how people are treating this. And I think it'd be good to see Snoop and Eminem to show people who really who really are the real people in the industry. Like, because as far as I'm concerned, they don't want to be exposed to showing that whatever, they're racist either way. So to me, I think it'll be good for not just the culture of rap music or hip hop, for everybody. And also this, when Benzino's getting arrested, there's a video of him, he's getting arrested, and he's saying, you slanted-eyed midget, to this Chinese fella or Asian fella. I don't know what he is. I don't know exactly but he's from somewhere around Asia. And he's a cop, right? That's arresting him. He's like, I bet your mother made you pork fried rice, didn't you little Asian, you little slant-eyed midget or something. And I'm like, yo, bro. And China Mac responds like this, like, that ain't no good look. He's like, I am mad at you. You said sorry. I accept your apology. He's like, but still, I have less respect for you than I did the other day. And that's what I'm saying. See, he goes as far as Benzino. This is Benzino I'm talking about. He's going to making these Asian derogatory remarks and this slanderous white remarks. So it's like, imagine if that was a white guy doing that. You know what I mean? Imagine if there's a white guy saying all this, using that same energy but against a black guy, or against an Asian, or against a Hindu, or against a whatever. You know what I mean? It's just crazy how shit works nowadays. And Eminem has done more for this culture. He pays his respects all the time. He names Reggie Noble, he likes, you know, all these guys, LL Cool J. He has so much, when he calls into the radio station and Crank calls LL Cool J, look that up, it's hilarious. And he starts reciting a LL Cool J verse to him, and he's pretending he's a super fan, right? And he's saying it to him, and LL's like, yo, this guy's pretty fire, actually. And then because LL doesn't know this is a Eminem. He thinks it's just a fan. He's like, holy shit, you're actually pretty dope. He's like, what's your name, my man? He's like, I gotta give you a shout out. That was dope. And then he finds out it's Eminem, and it blew his mind, you know? It's just crazy, you know? And I don't know. I just wish, I want it to happen because I like Eminem, and I think, I like Snoop Dogg, but you gotta admit, Snoop Dogg's a character. He's not like, even when he's not rapping or anything, and he's not dressed up as a pimp with long fingernails, he's like a character, like a cartoon character. He's not real to me. He's a character. He's kind of like a Flava Flav or something. You know what I mean? Remember that guy? He's not like a Dr. Dre or like, he's an icon. Don't get me wrong, but he's like a different kind of icon. You know, he's kind of like not too serious. And he was a snitch. He's the first snitch. Remember when when he got up on those murder charges, and all of a sudden he's out, and then he asked for Master P to get him out of jail. Oh man, he's a snitch, and he got him out of his. So it's like, I don't want to hear that. I'm a gangster. I don't listen to Eminem shit from Snoop, because you're the biggest snitch. You're a snitch before Tekashi 6ix9ine. So that's all I'm saying. And I hope you like this video. And if you want me to talk more about rap music, let me know. Don't forget to buy the tees, eh? The t-shirt, boy. Get that hitter. Stay racism free, my friends.